Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Zemanek. Our question this time comes from our Facebook group, Doc's Thoughts. She writes, according to the book of Revelation, we are not to take away from or add to the Bible. What about some faiths that have added, and what about the Apocrypha books of the Bible? This is a fantastic question, and I'm glad that you asked because it means you take very seriously what the Bible is and what it may not be. If you're unfamiliar, the Apocrypha are either 11 or 14 books that have been added to what we call the Old Testament, the Hebrew Bible. They are written in Latin or Greek, and they were books that are not accepted by those of us who are part of the Reformation movement for a number of reasons. One, the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, was compiled by 425 BC. And yet, these books written in different languages, Greek and Latin, don't really begin to show up and be compiled as part of a Bible until the 5th century AD. So you're looking at 700, 800 years gap there between them. It's just hard to put that together. They were never part of the Hebrew Bible, and the Hebrews don't accept them as part of their Bible to this day. So it's hard for us as followers of Jesus, who was a Hebrew, to accept them. Jesus himself, or none of those who wrote the 27 books of the New Testament, ever quoted one time from any of these books, and so it makes us a little suspicious. Historians like Josephus, who was there in the 1st century, who were very close to the action, if you will, rejected them as being part of the Hebrew Scriptures. And so, again, we look to that, people who were right there at the time. There's a difficulty because these books, 11 or 14, 11 for the Catholic, 14 for Eastern Orthodox, are filled with historical, geographic, and chronological errors. And it's just hard to accept that the Word of God, if God's real, would be filled with so many errors when the rest of the Bible is not. Now please make no mistake. I'm not disparaging anyone of a Catholic or Eastern Orthodox faith, nor am I saying they're not genuine followers of Jesus. I'm just explaining why we, as those following the Reformation, have only 66 books of the Bible rather than adding an extra 11 or 14 to the Old Testament. Those are my thoughts. And remember, because of Jesus, life is good today.